Hello, Ghana, Itabusia, Obse, Obiahuye, Abusia, and then see a from I Bassi and Simiko Chico Bata, any of the Brahma Santin Tankesi and Sunabusia said the moment that I know. Medianity the stronger. Abusia mess or be like Obese. No live comment watch a waging, Amia Bois, Ama or Mino, Afan in Tumapa Efra, because me them would say, or mine be a year, a Jayem so, and Yenny Pabako, and also fighting Emma Mino, Afan in Tumapa Efra. 80 messro. Bomadi na se video e share na wo share uni bibia kan odia ne se obehye na yenya ye wa no pafu se ya yetimi kasa no ye be kasa ama empanifo na te yenka na omoden hihye pa atokwa mu na wotime amune ne nso watimi asake wa adwen na waboa na efi ene eniemafo na yeye wa bonten no ye betimi agai sa de mani nyina na etimi aboa ama flooding na ekum yen no anase air fire niema kono eto etimi atwa etabusia we men kasa bebre sorry ya papa John Dramani Mahama anya abotre e di helicopter afa wiem ahu Ghana ye problem a ye face ena ode kwan ya ye befa so etimi asolve sa problem no wan kire mu ni nyina de but kakra o kan no mpese unsu tie bi na unso aso as timamunin also ye o part a wo de beboa ama sebi de papa eka no etimi akoso e de amaye na ye nyina ye ho etimi atoye because president betimi aba solve problem no ba wo timamunin wan use wadwen na wan sake wadwen na went wanye de kan saying discipline na se wa ututu ball egu abonten dia ga hunu se president de obeye no enkosi aga because utimamuni no wan use wadwen ama eniema ankose de wo se kono enti enhwe video no na tie nsem ni bi uni bibia aka o telephone o data na se uni asem bi aka o dia ne se obe share video no itabusia share na tag obi bia around se Ghana ebeyi na ebeyi a ejina yemie no so what abusia enti enhwe video no yeah, Papa John Dramani Mahama, video.
We just finished an aerial tour of Accra to inspect the flooded areas. Unfortunately, the flooding has been very extensive today for several reasons. One, the recorded rainfall today is one of the highest in several years. The meteo looking at approximately 140 millimeters that was dumped on Accra. Last year, the maximum rainfall was 56 on a single day. And so the volumes are much higher. And so there are many issues to the flooding in Accra. There's climate. If you look at the rainfall pattern from 2024, 2025, 2026, you see that increasingly every year we're getting more rain in Accra than we used to get. GMET say that in 2024, for a period of 30 days in June, we had 85 millimeters of rain. And then in 2025, it increased to 172. And then in 2026, for the same 30-day period in June, it increased to 333. And so the waterways are not getting a chance to recover before more rain is dumped. And the wet days are more. Out of 30 days, 22 days, it kept raining. And so there were only 7 dry days or 8 dry days in June. And so that's the climate side. That is an act of God that we can't control. But then there's also the engineering and the man-made causes. That is, like I said before, Accra is built between 2 natural bodies, the Kwapim Mountain Range and the Atlantic Ocean. And before Accra was built, the streams used to flow through this plain to reach the sea. Now, the British brought the capital to Accra, and in those years it was not a problem because Accra was a very small city. But as the population continues to increase and people continue to build, it restricts the path of the streams on their way to the Atlantic. So that's an engineering problem. We need to see how to open the channel so that the water can pass. But then there's also the other aspect, which is attitudinal and human behavior. that is dumping garbage in the drains, putting all kinds of items in the drains after we finish creating waste, instead of sending it to the appropriate place. Even in the air, we discovered many illicit dumping sites where the wetlands are. People have gone to create a waste dumping ground, and they charge 20 cedis for the aboboya to come and fill the waste into the wetlands. And when it has filled sufficiently, they sell the land to people to come and build on it. And so we need to, one, look at it from an engineering perspective in terms of how we can open up the channels, but at the same time look at how we can identify all the buildings that are obstructing the waterways. We've said this many times, I'm tired of hearing it, but anytime you begin to take action and you start breaking houses, people think that government is inhumane. But when the problem arises like this flood, it affects everybody. And so all of us have been affected because of the conduct of a few people blocking the channels and preventing the water from passing. And so we'll call a National Security Council meeting. We're asking every district to identify, together with the Works and Housing Ministry, where the blockages in the channels are as they pass through the district assemblies, so that we can earmark those places for removal. We'll not only break the houses, we have to move the rubble out of the way, because there's no use breaking a house and leaving the rubble in the waterway. It's just the same as leaving the house. And so it's going to be quite a major issue in order to resolve the problem of Accra. But ultimately, the other solution will be to decongest Accra. And that's why we're planning that we move some of the city out, that is the major government departments, and then also create a new center of growth, so that our people will start building outside Accra in a new city, instead of everybody looking for some space in Accra to build. So, but that's a long-term solution. Like I said, it's a 20-year project. They are still working on the designs. Once they do that, we'll demarcate. People can start buying plots. If they like, they can start building houses. We'll do the roads, bring the water and electricity, so that it eases the pressure on Accra as a city. But I just want to express my sympathy with people who have lost property. Loss of property has been very expensive.
Abusia, the woman no and I Papa John Dramani Mahama wakan, but the American say, Sisi I say, I see ye restart Accra na ye share kwaya befaswa sebi nipa edosun wa Accra no esubetimi ate Accra na omo be create another area bia and I say another city bia ho no government the major government institutions no ebe kwasase ho na amatimamufo no so abasa area ho na o ma ba betotototo nsase na o ma besisi o ma dan ho se de be ya de bia Accra na nipa bia peso oba ebebo bra na so obesi ni dan no eto obetimi atwa abusia eye eno nso ye so atiase eno nso ye. But what if say move government friends saying and coffers name over build affordable houses or that particular area or no now the amama mumatimemu for na han no move area bia very dangerous bit say lagoon area hono name na baby a yabubo kiosk bebrebe nanka hono wabubu say honi nyina na wa masa ni pay akwa affordable houses yanka wasisi wo another area na say so what I say now I'm wakotena ho wa create market wo ho what I say na wa create yes something na ebema omo mpres ombeba Accra no omo na ya baby aye tu omo free ye e wa Accra no na ya sase aye ho yie so what I say okay so ko build government institution whatever e wo sit baby foforo na timamufo na ba okay so omo beba omo ma and no best thing is we be create affordable houses different location from Accra, a different far from Accra. Now we ye encrophobic to say Madina for Atimota for ebia friends say minimafo anase baabia osha congested of kiosks entino dan yesisi dan basa kiosk basa no wa crest ankrofo de nyina se omo nkoje sa affordable houses no na fe ye demolish sa area o nyina na ya create something better. So what you say? Me are creating something better because Ghana ni anase ko bibini se one for so no ampe baby amana nko na o ka kire ni say oh I say aban akosi aban major institution bi o baby na timamufo omumra na mo metoto nsase na mo nsisi adan wo area ha na mo forget Accra omo ma unim Ghana for amuma itimediate kan papa be ya ebe enemy be ya adwin on sisi more affordable houses onfa emra bimra omunye ebia 10 years plan 15 years plan 20 years plan na sa plan no e wasa ban bia obeba so bia no odi sa plan so what I say sa na different countries omo you we meye ne dey 4 years nko. Now we have been here for years, so they have a plan that everyone is coming to follow. Ode obi o outside the beka ho a ode ba na hwehwem na beboa na yasan de aka ho. So what you say na ye ekoye nim enkoye 4 years 2 years 3 years ni 6 years ni na so for there bi we de enke beye national your friends say 20 years project or 20 years projects interban bi o bebe bia no he or she is coming to follow the 20 years plan now. They are two. What you say? And you know, evacuating evacuating people from Accra to different places affordable. No, no best solution. Now you demolish this area. Now almost see a dime basa no. Now you create system, papa. You lanes, papa. Buildings no essential. So what you say? Essential. Now cars lane demu kama na draining system ebasa. Everything is gonna be perfect. Everything is gonna be nice. Everything is gonna be good. Obko different countries asa no maye no oidano omesisi esanso say ya esanso sa tin na ebia ekwabe ebia 8 houses are in between na ekwan them. Ebia another 8 houses in between na kwine them, another 8 houses in between na kwine them. So what I say, enunti every corner bia there is a lane or road lane. Impose traffic esi wetia offer the next road obeko simple way empenifo muntimi nyesa de way. Muntimi nya mumfa konya ne mayen. Ye beba be ye ne friendship dia magana for. Because ya dwimu do ye wonim de ye experience ye betimi so aye. I'm telling you. Ebetimi aya manabro so. We nya adwuma bia o. Enti ye papa, idea na wo no very good. But say ukosi aban institution dia ben ansa na waka kire omo say omo mra mesisi adan e wo sa area ho no de omo ma affordable for houses no best option. Unya sisi wie no waka trom say mo amuti area ha nyina because dan sisi ya congested kiosk sisi we congested enti ya building area 100 units 2000 units 50,000 units whatever 1 bedroom 2 bedroom 3 bedroom 1 bedroom 2 bedroom 3 bedroom into wow family mu here 4 mudi mu here 3 bedrooms and now 4 bedrooms mo maji we bo so me so say na mbetua affordable ni Accra sankrofoni nyina do makogusa area ho bibia ho into omo ha ma krom. Yes na ya demolish sa area ho nyina ya sisa nkrofo ne de omo kon na ya build the system papa e de ato akwam na etimi aboa e abusia say ya nyuso adwin we ya o body ne bebre na body ne bre a ebe bra pra tete apro si ensie nyansa ya bebre amenchiriba di achiri so abebre abusia me ma me kasangwa me diani tea the stronger mun share video no na mun like na mun leave mu comment na oman no yemwa ema ne mfa ne ntoma pefra na de ye de se yekoso aye ni say ya in the next 5-10 years Ghana ebe da ne po She say ube tu kwan aba Ghana na ukita ukanu a ube den ubabe radio on the sea and also on the water. Simple as that. Abusia mumye nyusu adwen wate na oman no entiminye yie. Me da asese ohwe to meet again. Peace out.